It is 10 times more lethal than the seasonal flu.
COVID-19 is the damn flu.
No. That's crazy. It's not the flu.
Hey, I'm Katie with PolitiFact. 2020 is thankfully coming to a close, and it's time to announce our Lie of the Year. This is an award no one should really want. We use the word lie once a year when we look back at a year's worth of fact-checking and find the falsehood that proves to be of real consequence. When you think of 2020, for many years to come, you will think of the coronavirus. Its consequences can be felt from coast to coast, around the world, through every facet of our daily routines. The threat of the pandemic has been downplayed at multiple levels from the very beginning. The 2020 Lie of the Year goes to denial and deception of COVID-19. There were too many claims from too many speakers to choose just one as the recipient of this year's award. All year long, we were bombarded with conspiracy theories and fake science intended to minimize the threat. The false claims came in White House press briefings and campaign rallies.
We're rounding the turn, we're rounding the corner. It's going away.
The president never downplayed the virus.
On primetime shows.
Well, although intuitively, I think it probably seemed like social distancing would be necessary, there was no real scientific basis for believing that.
The virus just isn't nearly as deadly as we thought it was.
And tweets and Facebook posts. So many tweets and Facebook posts. The false claims attacked the science of wearing face masks. They said that they actually made you sick or that they did not work the way we were told. That's bogus. The false claims said that hospitals were padding COVID-19 cases for financial gain, but they never offered any proof of fraud. And then there was this on the 4th of July.
We show cases, 99% of which are totally harmless.
That data point is just made up. Then there's this one that lasted all year long. COVID-19 is the same as the seasonal flu. This is untrue. The coronavirus and its resulting COVID-19 disease have been proven to be more harmful and more deadly than seasonal influenza. This year's winner actually has something that previous winners do not, and that's documented proof of the intent to deceive. Trump told journalist Bob Woodward that the coronavirus was worse than the flu in a now famous interview recorded on February 7th.
It's also more deadly than your strenuous flus.
But that's not the message Americans heard.
I mean, view this the same as the flu. Actually, I asked the various doctors, I said, is this just like flu? Because people die from the flu. You treat this like a flu. In fact, I might ask one of the doctors to come up and explain it.
Trump repeated the flu comparison to minimize the virus's risk again and again and again. For a minute there at the end of March, he actually changed his tune.
Why don't we write it out? A lot of people have said, a lot of people have thought about it. Write it out. Don't do anything. Just write it out and think of it as the flu. But it's not the flu. It's vicious.
Did it last? No. President Trump was still calling the coronavirus the flu after he returned from a hospitalization at Walter Reed. Here's what he wrote on Twitter the next morning. Many people every year, sometimes over 100,000, and despite the vaccine, die from the flu. We are learning to live with COVID, and most populations far less lethal. But that's false. That 100,000 death count hasn't been seen in about 50 years, and it's actually the opposite. COVID-19 is more deadly for people who are older than age 30. But Trump did not downplay the pandemic on his own. Like other false claims, he was boosted by federal and state officials.
We've still had more deaths to the flu this year than we have had COVID-19.
TV and radio talking heads and internet personalities also backed him up.
I want to tell you the truth about the coronavirus. The coronavirus is the common cold, folks.
We spoke with Ashley Bartholomew, a nurse from El Paso who went viral for her story about talking with a patient with COVID-19. She said that one of her patients who had the disease told her it was overblown.
So I thought maybe he's confused I wasn't quite sure. And he was like, no, it's just a flu. It's no more than a flu. I think I should have taken my vitamins and my zinc. Have we dropped the ball if he's still on this understanding and he's in a COVID ICU and here I am in all of this stuff, what I lovingly call just wrapped in a tarp? We've missed something if this is his understanding.
COVID-19 has been proven to be more deadly and harmful than seasonal flu. The numbers we're seeing in December demonstrate that. Ashley wishes elected leaders had been consistent in telling Americans what to expect all along. Now we'll leave you with some truth about the pandemic. To reduce the spread, practice social distancing. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. We won't have to do this forever. This is our coronavirus winter. A vaccine is coming. From here, you can head to PolitiFact.com and read more about the 2020 Lie of the Year. And subscribe to our channel to see more fact-checking videos like this one.